Yeah. So last time, nothing much happened really.
No, it was a normal episode, normal story.
Completely opposite. We weren't traumatized or anything.
Yeah.
No. Fifth Doctor and Perry. Yeah, going on as normal, I guess. Oh wait, hang on.
There's a slight change
what?
in cast. You see, the Doctor actually regenerates.
Oh no, it's coming back. It was very traumatic. I think we broke you.
Well, I think that story in general, it sort of was leading up to it.
It was, yeah.
And that
Okay.
was the final bit.
So, jokes aside, we've got Colin Baker. Are you excited?
I'm intrigued because, yeah, as I think I said this last time, I've no experience with Colin Baker.
No.
Like, I don't know what to make of him at all as the Doctor.
Well, neither had I when I first saw his first story.
Right.
So, let's see what you think.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay. Can I see the title?
Yeah.
Oh my word. Wait, his face just changed, didn't it?
Yeah. It's a bit of a smile.
Oh my goodness. They've
updated it a bit.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. So this is the season finale?
Yeah.
Okay.
But don't think of it like that. Just think of it as Colin Baker's first story, I guess.
I quite like that new intro. I mean, the music's the same,
yeah,
which is good. But, like, yeah, visually it's quite good.
I wish you would be kinder to your mother. You too, we must.
Why?
She is your mother.
Bit of a reference, isn't it? Historical Revelation remix.
Yeah.
You want to talk to me about?
I vaguely remember from history lessons.
Tell you, we're going to play equations.
Well, what do you think?
It's terrible.
Oh, never mind. Clothes, they're easily changed. What about me?
I met you.
Sorry, afraid I don't understand. Oh no. Wow. A face beaming with a vast intelligence. A dear child on earth you're complaining about the most extraordinary improvement.
There you go. You wanted one that liked what you looked like.
Oh, yeah! Okay.
Grinding engines of the universe. Crushing.
He's in the adjustment state.
Yep.
Ah, they must be the twins then that have the dilemma.
I'm amazed that you worked that out, Julie.
I just got it. Very colorful. It's not food this time.
You're not serious.
I'm almost serious. Don't even know what a peary is. Do you? Peary? Peary is a good and beautiful fairy in Persian mythology. The interesting thing is, before it became good, it was evil. And that's what you are. Thoroughly evil.
Doctor, stop it!
No. No, not even a fairy, an alien spy. Spy!
What is going on? I'm kind of uncomfortable.
It was horrible.
Don't exaggerate.
Yeah, I think I prefer
Exaggerate.
shoes.
You don't remember what you did, do you?
I shall become a hermit, and you shall.
The quality's really gone down.
It did just suddenly drop right there, didn't it?
Yeah, this is the DVD, right?
Yeah.
23 is where I shall return. Craggy knob, which swims upon the oceans of the world. Receive this very penitent.
I think I'm going to be sick.
I must atone for what I have done.
But we'll die.
What? Save Perry from the what was it called?
From Spectrox.
Yes, Spectrox.
You destroyed my entire command. Now I'm going to kill you.
I'm not even going to begin to ask what is going on because
First impressions.
I don't want to say, because it's probably not going to be accurate for very long. At least I hope not. I suppose Peter Davison was, like, lying in a box at this point.
Yes,
So, yeah, they jettisoned the zero ball, didn't they?
they did.
So, can't go back there for contemplation. With Peter Moffat.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Peter Moffat's directed a few stories.
Right.
Peter Davison's real name is Peter Moffat, but they had to change it. So it didn't look like he starred in it and directed it.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
More things. All the time.
But anyway, let's just gloss over
Yeah,
that.
let's stick with this.
So, what are your thoughts on Colin Baker? I want you to say them
Uh,
so far.
so far, the most crazy erratic Doctor. Like even with Tom Baker, you could kind of get him,
Yeah.
you know, and he sort of knew what was going on. He had everything under control. Here, I just don't know.
Tries to kill Perry.
Yeah.
Not a great start.
Yeah, you know something's up when you can't even feel safe around the Doctor.
Yeah.
You know,
That's another story where Perry's being traumatized.
maybe it's just for the story. You know, maybe afterwards, Doctor Who will be back to normal.
What about any of the other stuff that's going on?
I don't know. It's just sort of happening.
Okay. Anything interesting for you?
I don't know, just the fact that they're called Romulus and Remus. I mean, I can't exactly remember what it was. Do you?
No.
No. Okay, but yeah, it's something historical.
But yeah,
So,
it's a bit cliche, isn't it, really?
is it?
Well, they're twins. Couldn't have been called James and Matthew.
I don't know, it's Doctor Who. You can name whatever you want.
Tarklep and Xanathir.
Why not? Why
Let's go
not?
with that. Anyway, part two.
Sure. The thing I like the most about this story is the
intro.
sequence. Yeah, it's very you know, it's sort of a lot more sophisticated.
Okay,
Kind of.
good.
Yes.
We can't let him die.
The question of his life or mine, I certainly can.
Lieutenant Hugo Lang, Interplanetary Pursuit A Squad.
That is something which has no business on an uninhabited asteroid.
It might do.
That's symmetry. That's no part of nature's handiwork.
That's a little radiation sickness between friends.
Braveheart, Tegan.
I'm Perry.
Transmission
Right.
completed.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just
Any
watching.
problem?
Just watches Doctor Who.
Thank you. The perpetual cry of all cowards. We must investigate.
So don't you think we should just look at it? Just
No. Discretion is always the better part of valor.
He swapped over.
you want.
He wanted to continue, she wanted to go back, then he swapped over.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
no, don't shoot.
They convinced each other that their own way was best.
No, mercy. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me.
Loss of function.
Some of this technology looks familiar.
A little bit,
Just keep your
actually.
big mouth shut.
In search of peace. They were spying. Silence, wretch! Not silent. Look at them, unmarked, unheard. We were searching for a cave when we happened to stumble into your service duct. And your companion? My disciple. A pretty one. I'm a Time Lord just as you are.
Ah.
In case you still pretend not to know who I am, let me remind you.
Oh, yeah. You sort of left him in there. Wonder if he knows how to operate the TARDIS. Damask. It just feels so weird overall, this story so far. Like, it's just happening. I think the Doctor's getting back into the groove of things. Maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. I just don't know what to make of it so far, really.
Yeah.
We're not saying anything.
I don't have anything to
We
say.
don't have anything to say. Yeah, first 2 parts halfway through.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's getting a little bit more interesting. Maybe. I don't know, I just feel unsure about it.
Okay.
This one's been interesting.
What have your first impressions been of Old Sixie?
Huh?
Old Sixie, as we call him.
Is that a common nickname?
That's what Colin Baker calls the Sixth Doctor.
Okay. I don't know if now's the right time to say.
Okay.
Oh yes, and yeah, there's a dilemma going on with
Is there a dilemma?
I don't know.
I'm not sure there is.
Nah. There we go. Oh,
Did you see that?
I have spent the day using, abusing, even trying to kill you. If you behave as I have, I should have been pleased at your demise.
It's called compassion, Doctor. It's the difference that remains between us.
Vegetables from the royal hatchery.
waste.
Have you anything to say?
Could have been good condition. The TARDIS looks a bit bluer in sort of the sign and the. Hold on.
Doctor, it's absolutely ghastly!
At least it's sunny. Which the same cannot be said for us.
Oh no. He inflicted a terrible revenge. Sent a creature, half humanoid, half slug.
So that's what they are.
I guess so.
Okay.
You're married depressing me?
Well, can't you hear yourself? You're having another of your fits.
Right, that's it, I'm off. Don't waste your breath, we'll manage.
Just when I thought he'd gotten okay. Maybe this is all part of the plan. I don't know at this point. Right. I don't really know, like, if I'm sort of invested in this particular story. It just feels kind of like there's all these different things going on, but none of them really feel important, I guess.
Okay.
Or sort of, I guess the Doctor had another fit. Maybe. Maybe not.
He's not to be trusted.
Are you all right?
Of course I'm alright.
Are
I'm
you?
certainly alright. It's the situation that's all wrong.
It's done.
Good. Drac, you go back to the garden to the other side. Drac?
Its face looks
I'm
more like an
giving a
owl.
warning. Now, will you
Hold
give
on.
up this nonsense? No, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Can you see it? You can see it.
Then take the consequence.
It's like an owl slug tractator.
Earthmail is now my slave.
Well, that's not fair. He's an old man. Fool, why did you do it? I had no other choice. Should have let him. I'm proud to take us away from here. Far away. I said shut up. Wait a minute, I remember you. You're the Chamberlain. Yes, that's right, sir. I don't like you. But, I must get away from here. Then I suggest you start walking. Wait a little before criticizing my new persona. You may well find it isn't quite as disagreeable as you think. I am the Doctor.
Yeah.
Like it or not?
Yeah. See, it is now. I can tell you really enjoyed this one. I, however, wasn't really into it.
No?
I don't know. I mean, okay, I can kind of accept the Doctor's adjustment.
Yeah.
Kind of. But aside from that, nothing that was going on was really interesting to me. It was just sort of happening.
The Doctor's teacher, there's a nice bit of moment at the end where the
Yeah.
Doctor's like, oh.
Yeah, I guess that was like the only sort of mildly interesting sort of part of it, really, you know.
What did you think of Colin?
Well, he's very theatrical.
Yeah.
And he uses a lot of sort of words.
Yeah.
Very. I do sort of like that about him.
Okay.
But yeah, I think overall, in this story in particular, I just wasn't sure of him.
Well, that is the intention.
Yeah, okay. Well, it worked. Yeah.
The idea with this Doctor was to initially present him as quite unlikable, and gradually throughout his era we'll see him get sort of peel away the layers and get nicer and nicer. But I think in this opening story, the harshness is not very successful. Only because one of the biggest reason is because that's the last one of the series. You then have to wait 9 months. With this is your impression of what the Doctor is like. If this was what you were watching, and you're like, would you want to come back in 9 months to see more of this guy?
Like if this was my first ever Doctor.
You know, well, if you're a fan of Peter Davison,
Oh.
this is the next person.
Yeah.
And it's asking you to come back 9 months later for more of that. I can see a lot of people just not bothering.
Maybe I'd be curious, like, how could they possibly follow that up?
Right.
But, well, I can definitely understand your point as well. Like, he does it well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does it well. Just gotta get used to this version of the Doctor.
No, that combined with the coat, which is just... It's not welcoming. It doesn't make you like him. You know, he strangles Perry in part 2.
That.
There's just nothing there to me that makes you want to come back.
It's one thing to obsess over a pair of shoes and run away from the hospital, and it's another to strangle someone. Yeah.
But as I've said to you before, audio dramas, Colin Baker is possibly my favourite Doctor.
Right.
In the 6th Doctor.
Okay.
But obviously we're nowhere near that yet. And we're not going to experience that. I might send you some. Because he's so good. Anyway. Let's forget about that for now. Let's forget about Big Finish. We're not watching Big Finish.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We can't watch it either.
No. If only we could.
Well, one thing I'm actually sort of thinking, what would this story be like if it wasn't Colin Baker at this point, or if it was with a Doctor that we sort of already know?
Okay.
Even then, I still think it would... I don't think I'd like it that much.
I think the fact that it's Colin Baker's first story and just sort of learning about him and this Doctor and the regeneration is the interesting part about it. That's what makes it watchable.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say if it weren't for Colin Baker, this would be very forgettable.
Okay.
I didn't think it was awful, but I didn't really enjoy it.
Okay.
Again, aside from Colin Baker and the Asmail.
Okay.
The Asmail reunion. I guess.
Okay. So, Caves of Androzani is often voted the best ever Doctor Who story.
Is this the worst?
This is consistently voted the worst ever Doctor Who story.
Wow! Wow! It's... You know what? It's kind of like going from Earthshock to Template.
Yeah, there's another one where the one before the finale is really good.
Mind-blowing, and then it's like...
And then the finale is terrible.
Yeah. I mean, again, I didn't absolutely hate it. It just happened. You know, I was watching it and I was like, okay, there's a story, there's characters, there's the Doctor.
So the 1998 poll for Doctor Who magazine voted it the worst, 2009 voted it the worst, 2014 voted it the worst.
I can see why.
Yeah.
I can definitely see why.
It's This to me is on the same level as like the Web Planet.
Really?
The one point that I would give it would be for the performances of Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant.
Right.
Everything. There's nothing else redeeming about this for me.
But as you said, Colin is such a big part of it.
He's the only thing that I like watching.
You know, for me, a 1 has to have pretty much nothing going for it.
That's how I feel about this one.
Okay, that's how you feel.
It's pretty much nothing, with that 1 point, as in the Web Planet, as in anything else. I give 1.
Yeah.
Is for the performances of the character of the Doctor and the companion.
Sure. Yeah, that's how you roll.
That's how I roll.
I'm just thinking about the lowest scores I've given.
Well, Web Planet is the lowest.
Like, Web Planet has literally... I didn't even find the main group to be that, that didn't, because they were just wandering around the Zabi planet.
But they do it very well.
I guess.
They wander around aimlessly very well. The actors are good.
I guess, but no. Still no. Then, well, Invasion of Time. Tom was quite unusual.
Yeah.
In that as well. But
well, he's acting evil for like the first 4 parts, really.
Yeah. Yeah, but the fact that but at least this actually goes somewhere.
Sure.
Whereas Invasion of Time, nothing means anything.
Okay, no, I get your point. I'm glad that it's not your least favourite of all time, because now it means that there's nothing much worse. There is nothing worse than this, according to the general public of Doctor Who. We've hit the bottom.
Right. Okay. But I mean, I can't.
But that doesn't necessarily mean you won't find something worse.
No, I can't hate something that I just passively sit through.
Sure.
You know.
To me, that's the worst crime.
Well,
to me, something being absolutely terrible, you can at least enjoy it for how terrible it is. Like Invasion of Time, which is why I gave that 4.
I didn't enjoy.
We're the
Invasion
opposite.
of Time.
We're the opposite on this and Invasion of Time.
Maybe if this was later into Colin Baker's time or something.
Oh, okay.
Or,
yeah, sure.
You know, maybe it would feel worse. So, yeah.
Next season was initially planned for a later time slot. I think so obviously up until this point it's around 5 o'clock or something like that.
Oh,
They initially wanted it to go later on, like 7 or 8, so less kids will be watching it. So next season is considerably more violent
than even what we've seen.
Not in terms of like action death count, but in terms of gore. So, trigger warning for you. I might ask you to look away at some points, because I know I will. Only really one time that I can't watch in the next story that we're about to watch. So I will give you prior warning if you want it.
Might. Yeah, might. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Fun for the whole family.
It is for the most part. I think it's just badly judged. If you know what I mean. The stories are of the same calibre. There's just moments that you think they didn't need to show that.
Right.
I think is the problem. Format change slightly. Remember what I told you about Resurrection of the Daleks? How it was 2 broadcasters, 2 45-minute episodes.
Oh, okay.
So that is now the format for this season.
Right, so just 2 longer episodes.
Instead of 4-parters, we're going to have mostly 2-parters and 1 3-parter, which are 45 minutes long, which is the equivalent of, I guess, a 6-parter.
Okay. Well, so they are kind of going back to it. If you look at it a certain way.
Yeah. But they liked how that worked. They think that worked, so that's the next format. I don't think it changes much. We just don't have that break. For us, it doesn't really change anything.
Okay.
Because we'll just watch 1 instead of 2 episodes at a time.
Sounds like a very interesting season. So, we'll see you then. Come prepared.